For decades, we have looked to the stars with wonder. And for decades, one agency has sold us the dream: the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. NASA. The name is synonymous with exploration, with discovery, with taking giant leaps for all mankind. But what if that dream is just that, a dream? A carefully constructed facade? What if the agency we trust to unveil the secrets of the cosmos is, in its DNA, not designed to tell us the truth? What if NASA's primary mission isn't to serve humanity, but to serve a shockingly narrow interest? Today, we're not just asking that question. We are answering it. And the answer reveals an institution that poisoned one of the most critical areas of human endeavor and survival, just because they were launched to lead in space, to serve that myopic interest. Let's start with a recent event. In August of 2025, the James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's most powerful eye on the universe, turned its gaze towards a mysterious interstellar object passing through our solar system. 3I Atlas. This wasn't just another rock. It was a visitor from another star system. Its composition, its trajectory, everything about it could hold answers to the building blocks of life itself in the galaxy. It could represent an unimaginable opportunity, or an unknown risk. It was, by any definition, a matter of global human interest. And what did NASA do? They went silent. For nearly 3 weeks, there was nothing. No data, no images, no updates. The official reason? Calibration. Proprietary period for the scientists. All these may be true, but is it not the most ideal cover to use as they keep to their primary mandate? It's written right into their founding document. The key that unlocks NASA's true purpose. It is the clause that mandates that any discovery, any piece of data, any technology that has military value or significance, must be handed over to the Pentagon, the NSA, the CIA. It is the legal command that makes NASA a critical arm of the U.S. security apparatus. This means that when Webb looked at 3I Atlas, its data wasn't first for scientists. It was first for security analysts. It was vetted, scrubbed, and analyzed not for its value to human knowledge, but for its value to U.S. strategic dominance. The public, the global scientific community, you and I, we get what's left over. We get the version that has been pre-approved to fit a narrative. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It is their operating manual. And this was always the plan. NASA was not born from a pure desire for exploration. It was a reactionary agency, created in a panic after the Soviet Union launched Sputnik. Its job was to win the space race, a critical battle in the Cold War. It was built on a foundation of repurposed intercontinental ballistic missiles and staffed by military test pilots. The peaceful, scientific civilian agency was the brand. The security-driven engine was the machine. When the Soviet Union fell, NASA lost a critical aspect of its cover. It became rudderless, constantly having to justify its existence and every dollar it spends to a skeptical American public. This is why every mission is now packaged as inspiration, as a benefit to humanity. It's brilliant PR for a machine that has a very different primary function. So, who can we trust? Look to the European Space Agency, ESA. Their founding charter has one critical, beautiful phrase that NASA's does not: for exclusively peaceful purposes. There is no reference 5. There is no mandate to serve a nation's military. Their mission is knowledge, pure and simple. Their data is shared openly and globally. They are the model for what a true, international civilian space agency should be. This contrast makes NASA's duality unforgivable. It forces us to a simple, stark conclusion: there is no substantive difference between NASA and any other U.S. three-letter agency. When a spokesperson from the CIA or the NSA stands at a podium and makes a statement, what is the public's first instinct? To doubt. To assume they are lying, or at the very least, telling a version of the truth that serves a narrow, strategic interest. We must apply the exact same standard to NASA. Their statements, their press releases, their breathtaking images, they are communications from a security agency. They are under no obligation to tell you, the American public, or the world, the truth. Their obligation is to national security. Full stop. The credibility of the entire institution is broken. Even when they are telling the truth, we have no way of knowing, so the only rational position is one of total skepticism. So what is the solution? First, for the United States, honesty. NASA must be split in two. A clean, surgical separation. A new, truly civilian agency with a rewritten charter that erases Reference 5 forever, dedicated only to open science. And a separate, military space agency, which the Space Force essentially already is, that can openly pursue security objectives without hijacking and tainting humanity's quest for knowledge. But given the immense political power of the military-industrial complex, this may be impossible. Which leads to the second, and perhaps more powerful solution: ignore NASA. The world must recognize that NASA serves a very local, myopic cause. It is time to radically expand the mandate of the ESA, to bring in nations from across the world, to fund it robustly, and to let it lead humanity's future in space. We must divert our attention, our collaboration, and our trust to institutions designed for us all. And the most radical solution? Scrap NASA altogether. Admit its original, reactionary purpose is obsolete and that its conflicted nature is a poison pill for global cooperation. Transfer its civilian assets and personnel to a new, clean entity, and its military assets to the Space Force. The cosmos is the one frontier that should unite us. It should inspire awe, not suspicion. The secrets it holds belong to all of humanity, not to be filtered, classified, and weaponized by one nation's security agenda. The case of 3I Atlas is not an anomaly, it is the pattern. It is the proof that NASA's founding lie, that it can be both a civilian and a security agency, has reached its expiration date. It is time to stop looking at NASA as a beacon of exploration, and to start seeing it for what it truly is, a security agency with a very good PR department. And it is time to build a new path to the stars, one we can all believe in.